Letters are pouring in from all corners. Congratulations, pledges of loyalty, conversions to Andraste.
All premature until we deal with Corypheus.
Inquisitor.
To work?
It's just as I remember it.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
I didn't expect it to be so... deserted. It makes me uneasy.
It's a small village, and it's too early for the chant. I'm sure the sisters are somewhere.
Leliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
You owe me 20 readings of the Canticle of Trials for that insult.
He doesn't mean it. Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch. That light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something.
That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We'd never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes. Spectacular, isn't it? Justinia saved me, but not in the way you'd think. She wouldn't let me give up. She saved me by forcing me to save myself. There's always light where there's hope. What was that? Looks like we opened something. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Leliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thedas away from the true Chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
If we let her go, she'll just run off to her cleric, won't she?
Likely.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
This has to be done. You know it.
I see what you've become. The righteous stand before the darkness, and the Maker shall guide them.
No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
It's not what you expected. That doesn't mean it's nothing.
There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The Divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
Sacrifices are necessary. You know that.
I know. And hearing you agree gives me the courage to do what must be done. Justinia tried to save me, but all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
you, sir? Lieutenant Farrow, sir. The Hackonites along the river still pose a threat. After this last battle, we need time to fortify and...
What's the situation?
Between the Hackonites and the wildlife, this isn't the east. The river's the best way for the Inquisition to send supplies from Skyhold. Or it would... The Hackonites set up camps near the banks, and they attack anyone who...
That will be all, Lieutenant.
Sir?
They're determined. I'll give them that.
We do seem to draw the attention. Fanatics. So, an apostate.
That is correct, Enchanter. I did not train in your circle.
Well, dear, I hope you can take care of yourself, should we encounter anything outside your experience.
I will try, in my own fumbling way, to learn from how you helped seal the rifts at Haven. Ah, wait. My memory misleads me. You were not there.
Hackernite assholes around here now.
unique animal. Certainly unlike others of the race. It often travels with the veil as thin. Many creatures avoid such places. This must be the area the spirit referred to.
We found something they don't want found.
This is brilliant. This must be what the spirit meant. Excellent find. From what I can see, this is an ancillary station. Likely a scouting post for the larger structure to the east. What can it tell us about where Inquisitor Ameridan went? This is Tevinter. From well before the last Inquisitor. I understand they use such tiles as locks. Interesting, though not likely related to Ameridan.
I got Professor Kenrick here safely. The rest is up to you.
Lady Harding was quite nimble in the wilderness.
I'll be watching to make sure the Hackonites don't come back.
Look at that!
Didn't work.
Thenaras. The elven word for dream, I think. It's some sort of clue to this barrier. Not sure how. This is elven. I believe it's the word for light.
Isn't right.
Oh, well done. Well done indeed.
That's something you don't see every day.
A pair of shrines. This one is clearly Andrastian, albeit from a very early period, likely pre-divine. But this is Elven. One of their gods. What was it? Every mother finds Gruffalo among sleeping juniper groves. G something. The one with the deer.
That would be Gillinan, mother of the Hulla.
Yes! Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that would have bothered me all day.
2 shrines for 2 lovers. Inquisitor Ameridan and Talana. Maybe Talana was an elf.
Oh, yes, that's good. The Chantry expunged. They erased the Canticle of Shartan. They must have done the same to Talana.
You think this is where Ameridan died?
No, this was a site of preparation, not...
Look at those flowers. They're not native to the area. What if they were left at...
Yes, a night of prayer before battle. We're missing something.
Professor, look at this. Shartan 10-7. Transfigurations 10-1. The gates of Minrathous. Isn't there a Tevinter fortress in the area?
Yes. Of course! The ritual site! To seal the dragon away, American's elven mage must have used a spell at a site of great power.
My scouts have checked the fortress. It's sealed behind a wall of ice. It has to be magic.
Let's look around. Meriden found a way through that ice, so that way should be nearby. Safely through the paths of this world.
This fortress, they left the wall of ice to lock the door behind them?
And every lock has a key.
Ameridan must have known how to use them. If they can melt through the ice, that must be where Ameridan sealed away the dragon.
I'll follow the markers and see what we can find.
Are we sure these things will burn through the magical ice?
Given that the trail markers retain enough energy to illuminate one another, I see no reason to worry.
Hold on, Bo! Help Vivienne!
You know, Solus, you do an excellent job of spellcasting without any concrete knowledge of technique.
Your rigorous training lays a solid foundation, true. It also creates boundaries, limits, where none need exist.
I do prefer to have boundaries between myself and the demons, my dear.
Of course. You endure the harrowing, where your circle teaches you that all demons attempt to possess you.
Not at all. Many of them simply want to kill you. I suppose you would claim otherwise.
Why should I? You would not believe me. You have learned your lessons all too well.
Inquisitor.
The Hackonites were pushed.
That will put my... I'll arrange patrols for the area. It's no Imperial highway, but we'll see people along as safely as we...
That will be...
Sir?
Friendly place. Rather be stationed here than in the approach.
path has been destroyed. We will need to find another way.
Not far to that old Vint fortress now.
Help!
us needs help!
Inquisitor! You will see the power of Hakon when we destroy the Lombards!
We are ill-equipped for a siege, my lord. Perhaps a change of tactics? Our new friends at Stonebear Hold may be of some use.
Inquisitor?
All the rams are growing thick coats. It'll be a bad winter.
So, here...
It's safe.
I am the Ogre of Stonebear Hold. It is done. Now come, be welcome. I'd hear news of the North.
Did you just...
The gods of the Hold clamored to see you, and if I didn't show you off, they'd hound me for months.
What did you mean when you said I bled?
How do you think you appear to the gods of the Fade? To those beyond the Veil, your hand burns like the Watchman's bonfire.
I haven't found a way to stop it.
You'd shun a favor from the god. I see you've already killed one. A thing of envy that grasped for your crown.
Do you know where your hold be?
Storvaker? No. I've asked the gods, but they've seen no sign. Farewell.
Catch anything today?
Nothing yet. Too many visitors stirring.
Inquisitor.
How were you injured?
I was helping to secure the fishing boat. My leg got crushed against the rocks.
I'll let you...
Inquisitor, you've need of a hunter. Doubt you lowlanders see many holds, but I'll tell you, there are none finer.
Do you have any idea?
Our hold animal's a hungry one. As the weather's turning, I'd not think she'd run further.
There was a fight here. Men. And something big. This could be tied to that Avar bear. No corpse and no cart to carry a bear. Wherever it isn't far.
sacrifice! Jaws of Hakon! Destroy them!
Goat-kissing, blood-drinking. Thank you, Inquisitor. Storvacker has returned. My hunters saw what you and she did to the Hakkonites who held her. In trapping Storvacker, the Jaws of Hakon broke their peace oath with Stonebear Hold.
We welcome the...
More than you know. My hunters brought items back from where they held Storm. It is not something you will like. The Jaws of Hakon sought to bind their god in mortal form and bring war to the lowlands.
They wanted to send a god to destroy us. Could they wait until I'm done with the current god who wants to destroy us?
You are right to worry, though you have given them pause. Ages ago, the old Jaws of Hakon did the same. They brought their foolishness lost Hakon to all Avar. Now they would free him and begin again.
What did you mean when you said that their foolishness...
When they bound Hakon to mortal form, he could hear no prayers, nor speak to the... Then he vanished instead of dying. As though, if they sought to free him from mortal form, I could understand. Making him attack the lowlands is a fool's work.
You said that the Jaws of Hakon first tried binding their god in mortal form hundreds of years ago.
What of it?
In our search for Inquisitor Emeridon, we learned that he came here to fight a great dragon 800 years ago. A dragon that came from the mountains with Avar warriors to attack the lowlands.
Your last Inquisitor must have fought well to stop Hakon himself.
Based on what we know, what must we do to stop...
You have melted the wall of ice that protects the water. Bring your warriors when you are ready to begin the assault.
I'm ready to attack the Jaws of Hakon.
Good. They will pay... Your Skald and your Scout are here. We can plan the assault.
Oh, I like the sound of Skald. It's more dramatic than Professor. Yes, well, everything we've found out about Inquisitor Emeridon suggests that he never emerged from that
If that is where your Inquisitor defeated Hakon, that is where the Jaws of Hakon must perform the rite to free him.
Ideally, we stop them before that. I'd rather not fight an Avar god if we don't have to.
You really have no problem with us killing your god?
Gods cannot be reborn until they die. Hakon needs a good rebirthing.
If you say...
With its ice wall melted, the fortress is open to attack.
They're already trying. I've got most of our forces defending the shrine from Hakkonites who want to restore the wall.
If anyone has suggestions, now is the time.
What gives you fear, Inquisitor?
I'm no warrior, but with Lady Harding's forces defend...
Lowlanders. Why not climb?
Your warriors can get over those walls before...
This is not a war, Stone Daughter. We strike at night, clad lightly. We climb the wall and open the gate from inside.
Well then, unless anyone has something that sounds easier than...
I would not offer what I could not give. It will be done. Perhaps my...
Inquisition forces will feign weakness near the shrine. That'll draw some of them away from the fort...
Not too many, I hope.
Yes, save some for us.
Right, Inquisitor. Husk and I will climb over.
I'll be there to catch Parv when he slips.
Of course you will. You'll be behind me after all.
Where's the guard?
I've got him.
There! It's the Lowlanders!
Kill the Inquisitor! Death to his hold! For Hakon's cause!
Nice work, Stonebear Hold!
The ritual must be underway. There is a great deal of magical energy coming from the bottom of the crater. Beware the wards! They will sap your strength!
This frost is magical in nature. If we do not make haste, we will freeze to death.
Cold's not so bad here.
Sing the song of savage Hakon, born in battle, bloody bladed. Winter's breath to rack the lowlands, cold to cut and kill the hated.
We must hurry. The ritual to free the spirit of Hakon is underway.
The barbarian's allowing himself to be possessed by Hakon.
Does that? That's a terrible idea.
Sing the song of savage Hakon, born in battle, bloody bladed. Winter's breath to rack the lowlands, cold to cut and kill the hated.
There's... Dragon! As long as it holds still like that, it'll be all right.
And lonely. lost and lonely, scour the skies of spirits sallow.
Harm Hakon until it's disrupted.
Face me and die, Inquisitor! Your predecessor could not stand against me! You shall fall as well! I am the cold blight of winter!
He's putting out the fire.
I am Hakon Reborn!
Careful! Those to us up close!
Death to the Lowlanders!
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor? How fares Draken? Has he brought the chant to the whole world yet?
Inquisitor Ameridan. You disappeared in 120 Divine. Around the time of the signing of the Nevarran Accord.
You say it as though it was... How long?
There has not been an Inquisitor since you disappeared. 800 years ago.
Draken was my oldest friend. He would have sent someone to find me.
He would have, had the Second Blight not swept across Orlais, demanding his full attention.
I see. Tilana escaped the battle. Did she... Do the records say what became of her?
She returned to the island. From what we can tell, she died trying to reach you through dreams.
I asked her not to. She was a good hunter and the love of my life, but she never... I never wanted this job. Hunting demons was so much simpler than politics. But Draken told me I was needed. As I suspect you were needed.
I had goals for my life. I had plans and dreams.
And now you have responsibility. Including that which I was unable to fulfill myself. The dragon carries the spirit of an Avar god. I lacked the strength to kill it. My own magic was able to bind us all, locked in time. But when the cultists drew that spirit into another vessel, it disrupted my bindings. It is breaking free.
I'm already fighting one would-be god. I can make time for one more.
Then I leave the world in good hands. The passage of years can be delayed, but not ignored. I will soon join Tilana at Andraste's side. Take this. It holds the last few memories of an old hunter who was neither as wise nor as strong as he thought. Fight well, Inquisitor. I am honored to have met you.
Still need to deal with the dragon at some point. Probably has the Avar god back inside it.
elsewhere, so Tilana and I can deal with the dragon. My spirit companion believes we can seal the dragon. Wait, even if we cannot kill it, it is less clear whether I can do so without sealing myself in as well. But I have little choice. This beast will wreak devastation across Orlais unless we stop it now.
What extraordinary courage. I pity history forgotten.
He did not do it for recognition. He did it because it was necessary.
The sight of you warms the heart.
So you're a candidate.
So I am in...
Is that something you actually...
Why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking, and so I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
I think you'd make an excellent...
Thank you. Let's hope the Chantry clerics agree.
Welcome back.
Hey, boss. How are you?
I'd like to know more about the Qunari.
You writing a book?
What I've heard about them sound...
What you've heard was mostly horse shit. All right. What do you want to know?
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or Chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
You never knew your parents?
No. I know for you folks, that's a big deal. The Tamasrans were like our parents, though. Taught us to read, helped us go to sleep, all the parent stuff. I remember the one who helped me build things with blocks. She laughed when I knocked everything down.
The word Qunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Talvashar, deserters.
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know, but I don't expect they look much like us, whatever they are.
How do the Qunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Qunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Qunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Orlais, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight, or kill you.
I heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
That sounds different.
Yep. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redheads.
How is everyday life different for Kunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Par Vollen does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Cube. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same. The Kunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Par Vollen wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her because it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Kunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Vivienne's too political, Dorian's too arrogant, and Solus is just... weird. They'd all end up dead. Or worse. Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated, drugged until their minds broke. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
See you later.
Nice talking.
Empress of fire, what season may come. You happier with the champion or with the wardens?
Getting serious about mage stuff, magic, things. How about not so much? Just asking for not so much magic. Great, yeah?
So, you like to have fun?
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking...
It is. Mostly.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry, but it's fuzzy. So I'm selfish. It's all for me.
I'll be back.
Go on.
At your service.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens.
Ah, the Wardens.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed some... and the world is not so peaceful that there's no... Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself. It's not always about just archdemons and Blight.
Where were you during...
I was in Ferelden. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too. As you wish.
I do not like having that mirror, Illuvian. Corypheus may not be able to travel through it, but what if something else can?
I don't think Morrigan would keep it here if that were true.
Yes. Morrigan said as much when...
Oh?
She said I was unreasonable, then offered to explain how the Illuvian works using words with...
Ah.
The Circle had a library. I'm fairly well read.
Right.
I'm not unreasonable.
Is there anything I should know?
Sarah brought me a piece of cake. She thought I looked...
Why are you telling me this?
Because it was either an act of kindness or a trap. I was hoping you knew which. Should you require...
How can I help?
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I think I have shared everything of note. I should spend some time encountering more stories.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
You have waylaid all his other plans. Now, as a petulant child, he will destroy. Be ready for anything. He still believes himself a god, and gods do not fall grace. Goodbye.
Questions, questions.
Grand Cleric Victoire is scrambling after the loss of her agent.
Good. Her support base is in Morale. Tear it down. Grand Cleric Victoire wishes to make an enemy of the Inquisition. Doesn't Victoire have a young cousin? Lord Firmin? She dotes on.
Yes, mistress. I believe that is so.
Good. Have him collected. He shall be an honored guest, and make sure the Grand Cleric hears about it.
At your command.
Is everything under control?
Perfect. The Grand Cleric and others like her will fall in line. You see, when I'm ruthless, it gets us where we... How funny that her regret is what finally puts... I chose to become her left hand. It was my weakness that stopped me from fully committing to my task.
Well then, I suppose that's that.
The Inquisition needs me just as the Divine did, to do what no one else... Death and deception are my trade. It is what I am. It is what I always...
Far be it for me to suggest a trip.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
Do anything. Allow me to present Inquisitor Trevelyan.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline, and his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
So you've met the family now, and made a good impression in spite of yourself. Well done.
Wait, you talked them into supporting the Inquisition.
Of course I did, my dear. Properly worded, the righteous cause of the Inquisition can be used to great effect with my Bastien's deeply pious relations. With Bastien's loss, I have connections to the Council of Heralds and the highest levels of the Chantry. All thanks to you.
Well, at least everything's worked out for you in the end.
So it has. And, well, I can't keep Marceline and Laurent waiting. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Inquisitor. I could never have done this without your help.
Inquisitor.
So I'm thinking... Almost gotcha.